Singapore and Malaysia, separated by the sea and located less than 2.5 km away from each other. The two countries are connected by two causeways, Johor-Singapore Causeway and Malaysia-Singapore Second Link. Many people, including tourists, students, workers, and locals from both countries, use these links to travel from Singapore to Malaysia and vice versa. However, these links, which were intended to facilitate traveling, are now heavily congested, causing frustration among travelers. With 250,000 users of causeways daily, both by buses, private cars, and motorcycles, the current traffic exceeds the capacity of the causeways and causes massive congestion. However, using private vehicles, which are the main contributors to the current congestion, are not the only means of transport from Malaysia to Singapore or Singapore to Malaysia. There are several public transports that travelers can use, such as KTM Railway, public buses, ferry services, and airplanes. KTM Railway. KTM Railway takes only 5 minutes from Singapore to Johor Bahru. However, it takes relatively longer to other parts of Malaysia. For example, it takes 9.5 hours to travel from Singapore to Kuala Lumpur, while traveling by private cars only takes 5 hours when the road is not congested. The train service cost ranges from 5 to 49 Singapore dollar, depending on the class and distance traveled. The train provides seats, beds, toilets, and canteen where you can buy food. However, not all trains are clean. Some are cleaner than the other. Public buses. Public buses are considered as the cheapest ride to travel from Singapore to Malaysia and Malaysia to Singapore. However, the price varies depending on which type of bus you are using. Some buses provide toilet and televisions inside. Similar to KTM, some buses are cleaner than the other, and not all buses are clean. Ferry services. Ferry services are not popular among travelers, as it can only travel from and to several designated places. For example, the ferry can go from Changi Point Ferry Terminal to Tanjung Bulongkor with a one-way trip cost of 25 Singapore dollar. Ferry usually provides toilet and canteen inside. Aside from ferry, there are also bumboat services that are relatively cheaper than ferry from Changi Point Ferry Terminal to Pangerang with a one-way trip cost of 11 Singapore dollars. Airplanes. Airplanes can travel relatively fast. It only takes 4.2 hours, including immigration, to travel from Singapore to Kuala Lumpur. However, the price is quite expensive, and it can only travel to certain parts of Malaysia. All airplanes have toilet inside. Some airplanes provide food and televisions on flight. Although there are several of these public transport, many travelers still choose to use private vehicles. They choose this because some people may find it more comfortable and you can go to any places you want easily. Hence, the heavy congestion are still a big problem.